Don't need more of that, plebs.
No, it's coming through now. Can't believe it. So
Okay,
we
great.
missed out on all Kamiko's dream and
Oh, well, I mean, if you really
Sid
want,
talking
you can
about how
just
much
put
he
that up
likes
for
Trump.
some reason at the start.
No, we can't because it didn't record.
No, Lav, it's like just take a screenshot of my massive text dump and just put it up at the start.
I could, but that's not a lot of work, but it's still work, and I'm not in the right mindset.
Fair enough.
But we
Speaking
also
of
missed
work,
out on Sid French kissing Trudeau.
speaking of, can we see more of the zone?
Yes, you can. Both of you roll me a d20 plus maneuverability.
Oh, so just a flat D20. Got it. I've got a 2.
Yeah, you started sitting in the
Woo-hoo-hoo.
sand. You're kind of stuck.
Um,
I think your maneuverability is 3. I think Sid
2.
2. Okay. And someone roll a d20 for
11.
Visra.
I got 11.
Yep, you're working. You're moving all right. You needed a 10 to get
Fisher
over.
got an 18.
Yep, Visra's moving on this sand like almost as if it's not even there, almost as if it's concrete. She's having no trouble whatsoever. Kamiko, roll me a d20 plus drone control.
Okay, so that's plus 2 then.
Yep.
12.
Yep, it takes a little bit, but your drone manages to pull you out.
Wow. This guy, I'm gonna give him a nice little washing after this.
Well, it's not so much that he pulls you out; it's more that he sits down flat and you kind of push on him and push yourself out.
I still do need I still do actually need to have a nice time. So what I'm gonna do is after this, I'm gonna give him a nice little bath because it's really tiring and full of all these sand. So that's what I'm gonna do once we get back. But until then, let's press on.
Fair enough. By the way, I'm thinking about reworking your image for your drone, and I'm thinking about giving you basically. I'll put it in the
Space.
yep, Space Dragons.
Sid, would you like to move what's her face forward? That looks nice.
You should be able to see her name. Meet
Um,
the DRD from Farscape.
okay. And the answer is no. Sid's character token is in front of hers. So I can't actually.
Mine's behind.
I believe you
No,
can.
in front of the name, I mean.
Oh,
I believe you can actually
Oh, there
move
you go.
Fistfra. I think you both can move Fistfra.
yeah, we can.
Let me just double
Yeah,
check.
it's just that she's Sid's, so
Well,
I'm going to
you
let
both
Sid
can
touch
move
her.
her. You both can move her. In combat, I'm gonna say Sid can most likely move her, unless stated otherwise. Like say Sid needs to move
Okay.
the dunny or something, and she says, "All right, you control Fistfra."
Or Sid dies.
I'm planning on. I'm
Got it.
dying before everybody else.
You say that, but see, watch as I just get hit by a bus or something and I'm comatose for 3 years. I come back and I'm like, hey guys, what happened?
Well, Shadow took over your character, and he mutated you into a horseman.
Now, see, Lavitz, you say that, but I know for a fact you would not allow him to do that.
And then he built a pillow fort. And a bunch of cat girls.
That I can believe you might let him, but definitely not the cat, not more horse people. I guarantee you, more horse people would not be allowed. You'd probably just do what you did with his character or something.
Probably. Alright, both of you give me a D20 plus targeting.
All right,
22.
22, nice.
7.
Okay,
I've got all the good rolls today.
and give us one for Fistfra. Okay, Sid, you and Fistfra suddenly get to the top of a sand dune. It's awkward, but you manage to get up there. And all of a sudden, you see a lot. You basically see this.
Oh, okay.
And you see
What is
something
that?
vaguely humanoid. It looks exhausted. It's sweating profusely, and it appears to be running in this direction. And
Okay.
it's a panic run. When they trip, they're crawling upwards and they're doing everything they can to move as fast as possible.
How long would it take me to catch up to it?
Let's see. How far are you? About 3 turns.
Alright, well, I'm gonna
So
start
roll us turn
charging.
orders. We'll roll us turn order, so then we can actually do the movements and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. I rolled
Okay, let's
19.
see. So we
sorry.
take me. We take me. I go 18.
Yep.
Ooh.
Now, Sid, yours was 19, wasn't it?
14, like I rolled the 19 first, but I didn't do the order
Yep, I'll,
turn,
I'll
so I
put you.
rolled the
I'll put you
14.
at 19 because I'm a benevolent, loving GM.
Uh-huh.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Do you want me to
Fist for
get
about a
vengeful?
four.
You want a wrathful GM on
No,
your
no, no,
side?
no, 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 no.
I was gonna say
You already have one in the other campaign.
a wrathful GM.
Wait, which campaign? Are we talking the one with me in it or the other one?
The one with the you in it.
Oh. Oh no.
I had pretty much essentially a high level demon request your death.
Oh, that's not what I was saying. Oh no, to. They're making a near mobile game.
Oh.
Wait, which
Alright,
type? Which type of near? Because there's so many different
Okay, so
things
remember
called
the
near.
one.
There's near
Remember the one with the
PS3
booty
game.
robots?
There's near automaton. There's near.
Lavitz.
There's like 3
Lavitz,
hentais
I'll
called
just.
near. At least 3.
Okay.
One of them's pretty good.
It looks to be something like I think the first. I don't know. It's some kind of reincarnation thing, so it might. It doesn't seem to have any actual details about whether or not it's related to the other two, but it probably is. So
Well, if it has sexy robot chicks slicing shit up, I'll probably try and get it. But I still haven't played Near Automaton yet.
Nier Automata is really good. I just wish that my parents were away more so that I could actually play it. Because we all know that if one of them came in, especially my mom, she'd be like, "Whoa, is that a booty on a robot?" SMH my
Why are you
head.
Canadians so repressed?
No, that's not the issue. Like, it's an issue specifically over here. It has nothing to do with, in terms of actually my mother, right? Like, it's person specific.
See, when I was a kid, like, my parents found out that I was stealing their porn. So my mom's like, fine, brought a bunch of porn, gave it to me. She's like, okay, here you go. Stop stealing our porn. My parents are awesome.
Anyway, so Sid, let's go.
Okay.
There is more of us than there is of her.
Yes.
Also, we can probably interrogate this person.
Okay. So it's your turn, Sid. Move forward.
I have a bonus 5, right?
Um, the only movement you have bonus is if it's in hydraulics.
Right. Never mind then.
So the only one with
Or,
bonus,
well,
the only one with increased movement is Fisfra, which I believe she can move at, what's that, 30, 40? She can move at 50.
no, I've got +5 if it's 0G.
Yeah. If it's
With
zero
wings,
G, you
yeah.
can move around with your jet. You can get a boost from your jetpacks by just lightly winging him up. But if you, don't forget, you can actually, since they're not since you're not a scout, you can move jump around with things, so you can avoid like obstacles and stuff like that while in.
Yeah, I've got a +5 to 0G. I've got a high jump and apparently aim advantage. Also, advantage on attack of opportunity.
That's my move there.
Aim advantage on attack of opportunity.
Yeah,
All right, I'm
advantage.
done my
Trying to
turn.
remember.
Uh,
So, all right. What am I, Fisfra? She can move 50.
Let's see. That's about. Yeah.
Yeah, about there. All right, roll us a detection for Fisfra. Let me just double check her sheet to see if she's got anything in targeting. Nope, but her flamethrower, I believe, has a plus to hit. Yeah, +3. Next, actually,
Wouldn't recommend shooting this person. I want them
no,
alive.
I was just wondering what her thing was. Alrighty. And 11. Yeah, she notices that this person appears to be shackled.
oh, okay.
She appears to have chains on her, but they appear to have been. The ones on her legs are still there, but it seems like she can still run. The ones on her arm, it looks like she's managed to slip one arm shackle off.
Looks like we joined a Slavers Guild or something here.
Okay,
Oh boy.
and it's her turn, and she is running, but since she's only a standard human, she's moved.
She even noticed us.
She's just panic running. She has not seen you. All of yous roll me a sensor detect, basically.
20.
Okay. Congratulations, Kamiko. Sid, you don't get your bonus because it's a sensor detect, so it's a 13.
Oh, okay.
That's alright. And you got a 19, Kamiko, because it's for sensors, not... Actually, you can add your tech to it.
Which would make it 24. Yeah.
And Sid, what would that be with your tech?
I don't have tech.
Okay. You're sensing massive seismic activity.
I will let them know, but given that our priority right now is finding out who this woman is and what is going on, let's keep going.
Okay.
Sid,
Okay.
would you like to move to intercept?
Sid,
I am
before you
going-
go, all of a sudden, this thing appears.
Okay.
Can I shoot its head?
Dun, 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 dun.
All right then. I'm.
Well, it is its turn. Once I can
Oh,
get to
Jesus.
move. Why the fuck?
Okay, doesn't notice us.
Oh wait, I know why. I'm on the wrong thing. No, it leaps forward out of the sand and just dives straight on it and swallows her up.
God damn it. We're gonna have to cut this thing open now.
I'm gonna blow its head off.
Okay.
No. You're not blowing
And
his
then
head off. I
looks
need
up to
that.
you, and it's starting to sink back into the sand.
Okay.
Sid?
Good luck.
So, Sid, it is your turn. It is attacked, and it's just kind of there. Think Dune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I figured
Shoot
you'd
it.
actually reference. I'm a blow its head off.
Alrighty. Attack, that's a hit. 10 damage.
That's the bio. I don't know if that does a bonus to it or not.
The bio, let's see. Bio, was there anything special about the bio? I think that was,
It's just good against going through metal armor or organic material.
surprisingly enough, it's almost as if this thing is made of steel.
Yeah, fun.
So
Alright.
it's
Well,
doing just normal damage to it, but the bio, it seemed to have done more damage than if you fired a normal round.
I said, remember that massive round that you got?
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Let me just have a quick look. Are you within 50 of it? Yes, you are. We're all good. Now your
All
measurements
right.
will go from the edge of where the token is visible, not the actual square of it.
So if that's Sid's turn, then that means it's my turn now.
It is now.
Wait, does Sid get to fire her pistol?
Oh yeah, I have that too.
Yep, or she can move 5.
15, isn't it?
Oh, yep, yeah, 15, sorry, yeah.
3,
I'll just fire the pistol.
5, 6.
Haha, crit.
Crit. Yeah, you fire, and you seem to hit it in one of its tentacles up here.
Do you want me to roll another d4 for damage as well?
Yes, please.
Or- Okay, so it's 2 extra.
Well, now it's my turn.
2 extra?
And
Yeah,
that
I
is...
+1 to any of my pistol
right.
damage.
Okay, you managed to hit one of its soft tentacles that appear to be coming out of its mouth. You know how any of you's watched Tremors?
Uh-huh.
No.
Watch Tremors. That's your homework.
It's a great movie.
Wait, did I just hit it?
No, you missed it.
Or okay, good to know.
I'm still talking about what Sid's done. You know those tentacles that come out of their mouth and grab people and yank them into their maw? Basically, you've shot off one of them.
Oh, okay.
And blood is just squirted all over the place.
Ah,
Flamethrower time.
So what's that? That is 3, 5 damage. Not bad. You guys are doing more damage to it than I thought you could. But crits do normal damage. Now, Kamiko, you fire your gun, and you miss.
Just barely.
This thing is surprisingly agile. It's kind of swaying from side to side, and you're like, well, rather than aiming at the base, I'll aim for its face. That seems to be the sensitive spot, and it just moves its head to the side, and the blast just flies off into space.
Just barely, too.
It is now Fistfra's turn.
I assume she would use her flamethrower.
Yep, she'll have to get closer to it though. It's only got it's got a 15-foot reach.
All right.
Okay, that's a lot of worm to hit.
Yep. So roll us. Sadly, she misses. She sets alight the sand, but she does not hit the actual creature.
Does the sand turn to glass?
Pretty much, yes.
Okay, I will be taking that then.
In fact, it does. Well, it's at the moment it's got molten plasma basically on it, so you're not really going to be able to touch it. But but by the end of it, that sand will be glass.
Yeah,
That's
that's the point.
probably
I
going
will
to
wait
keep
for
the
that.
worm. That's probably going to keep the worm from actually going down, though. So
Alright, so roll 20 is taking a long time.
Yeah, it's okay.
don't worry about it. Just remember, uh, don't die or you'll die.
And I'll bring on my favorite fire symbol. Do you remember?
Okay,
On that night I couldn't find the words.
Sid, what
There we
do you
go.
think the odds are that it hasn't even started really digesting its prey yet?
Being a larger creature, now this is only biologically speaking, a larger creature, snake-like especially, they don't fully digest anything or start digesting really early. They usually make their meals last at least 2 to 3 days. And that's
All right.
Python biology is what I'm quoting.
Yeah, Python biology. They basically they swallow it and then their muscles kind of contract it and squash it and kind of crumble it, any hardness out of it before the
Yeah,
acids even
and that's
start
really
getting it.
good.
Now worms, on the other hand, they're a bit different.
That's actually well, okay. Assuming, mega assuming that it hasn't started doing too much digestion to her yet, we're probably going to be good to pull her out. Though the way to do that would probably be going inside its mouth. So I'd like to do that when it's dead.
Alright, well, Fistfra's turn is done.
Okay. Okay. It raises up and bites at Fistfra. Now, if it gets a successful bite, which it has, okay, that is 12 damage to Fistfra. I'll let you control Fistfra.
Mm-hmm.
And now that it's successfully bitten, it can attempt to gorge her.
So a
Okay,
swallow?
Fistfra is currently in its mouth. Actually, no, roll a strength check, actually. Which is a hydraulics check, which is a d20 plus 4 for her. Yep, it tries to gorge her. And she just kind of grabs the upper and bottom part of its mouth, forces it open, and leaps straight out. Majestically.
So it's tried to swallow her and it's failed.
Yes. It's tried to grab her and get it in her mouth, which then the following turn it would try and swallow. So basically it bites, gets it into its mouth, so it's like bite, chew, swallow. And basically she's managed to escape on the chew part. So she's managed to push herself out of the mouth.
Okay.
Alright,
And she basically does a majestic backflip and lands on the ground like something out of the Matrix.
Instead, kill it harder.
Yeah, so I can't remember if you gave me this or if Kamiko gave me this, but I have a mini bio-nuke for some reason.
That was from the captain. She gave you a super powerful round, and then she gave me a practical joke.
Yep, it's
Right.
basically
Yeah.
if you hit with it, it basically fucks most things up.
I'm gonna aim for its head with that,
Alright.
loading it into my rifle.
Okay, if you're aiming directly for the head, you'll lose 2 points on 3 points on aim.
Oh boy.
16, I'm safe.
Okay, and that basically, did I give you any details on that?
You
No.
didn't. You just said it would basically destroy pretty much anything. You also told us not to fire it in space, so we're following your orders.
Because it basically keeps going, and if you're in a spaceship, suddenly a very large hole opens up, and generally you don't want holes opening up on your spaceship. Now I'm going
Yeah,
to
about
roll.
that.
I'm going to actually, Sid, roll me a d6, and that will be what your damage is times by.
Oh boy.
6, 6, 6, 6. I'm okay
Times by
with
3.
3.
So what's that? That
Three's good.
is 36
36.
damage.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Minus 36 damage. Yeah, you just blew a massive chunk out the side of its head. You didn't hit it dead center. You know that if you hit it dead center, you probably would have killed it, but you don't think this is actually its head or where its brain is located.
Okay.
But yeah,
Could I just, before my turn ends, over comms, if the captain can hear me, just say I love you, because that was a massive explosion.
Alrighty. Roller D20 plus communications.
Oh boy.
Haha, 19.
Okay, yep. You send a word. The captain says, "I love you too."
Well, speaking of, oh, that's a 6. That's not awful. That's a hit.
Yep. Okay. You fire, and it takes 3 damage. You fire directly into its stomach around here, and most of it deflects, but it does manage to do some damage to it. You've hit a chink in one of the armors, and it's blown a chunk out.
Does that knock off some of the armor as well?
No, it's kind of gone hit inside the gap of an armor and gone underneath it. So it's
I
kind of
don't
like
think it's going to be
hit the gap and then kind
regenerating
of
that soon.
ricocheted slightly.
Well, Sid, your good friend has a flamethrower, and I think it's time to use it again.
Oh wait, that was that.
Yep.
It was the big gun. Sorry, no, that was full
Yes.
damage. Actually, sorry. I thought that was the machine gun, not the.
No, that's the rifle that is illegal in 13 countries.
Feel the fist rub burn. I love that. I just noticed that.
Okay,
That's a lot of damage.
that's a lot of damage.
How about a little more? Grabs sword.
Okay, Fitzroy just fires directly at the base of it. The ground that it is now on is now molten. And
Ooh.
it has burnt this thing and it shrieks in like an ear-piercing sound. Enough that the
I
ground
don't think our
around you is
friend who's
actually
inside here is
shaking.
going to be very happy with all the noise we're making.
Yeah. So what was that? Minus 13. I forgot how freaking... Like, Fisra's thing is really good when you're in a confined room. Like, against those zombies, she would have been great.
Well,
Let me just widen that a little bit.
it's time for the worm to start doing things.
Yep. As everybody heard about the worm. Okay.
Kill the worm.
Okay, it bites at Fisfra. And it misses and its head clams straight into the sand here. Roll me a maneuverability or hydraulics check for Kamiko and for Fisfra.
Okay.
Fister got a 15.
Alright.
19.
And your drone.
Oh, alright. My drone got a 4, unless you're counting drone control, in which case that's a 6.
Okay.
I got a 19
Your
though.
drone gets thrown back here and starts to sink into the sand. As the entire sand around here starts becoming very loose, like almost as if it's when it hit the ground, it kind of screamed, and anything that was hard in that area that got hit by that shockwave starts breaking down.
Please kill it fast.
I'm working on it.
On the bright side, your drone does not take any damage, but it does. It is basically it's going to have to take one of your turns to actually reorientate itself.
Well, at the moment I haven't taken damage, and I'm more concerned with killing this first before we do anything with it. So,
Alrighty. And second attack bites the Fistfur again, and of course it gets a 4, so it misses. Roll us another maneuverability check for the two of yous.
15.
Okay.
I am still here.
Yep. Okay. Your broken shield generator disappears under the sand.
Oh, that's still in my hand.
Well, it was on the ground.
Oh,
Well, you've dropped it.
no. It was in my hand. I was just trying to. Okay, well. It was mostly just there so that I could keep throwing it without having to have it on the map or put it on the map all the time. But
Alright, I'll
yeah.
let you keep it.
Well, at this
Actually,
point,
no,
it's just going to go back to my inventory.
Roll me a d20 plus hydraulics.
13.
Yeah, you managed to hold on to it as you dodge out the way. Nimbly
All
and
right, I'm going to
majestically.
put that back in my
Just
enclosed
there.
space, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, Sid, it is
I'll
now
have to do
your
that later.
turn. Maybe I should have scaled
Alright.
this thing up.
I have no idea how much health it has, but it's not
6
enjoying
damage.
this.
Okay, wait a second.
How's your pistol doing?
Okay, 10 damage altogether.
Okay. With that, it starts screaming in pain. You're starting to feel like waves, like shock waves, just emanating through the ground. And it
Well,
falls.
let's finish this fast.
It falls to
And
the
I've
ground
missed.
and it is attempting to burrow away, but it falls directly onto the flames, which keep burning at it. And it's just kind of
Well, I
rolling
missed.
on the ground, screaming as it's taking its, as it begins to basically make death rattle sounds.
Well, I missed, so yay. Oh, it's dead?
Yeah, it's dead from Sid's one. I hadn't even checked yours yet.
Oh, well, in that case, just ignore that. I didn't do anything.
No. I'm going to say that you actually do hit it and blast a chunk out of its stomach.
Alright, great. I'm going to take this shield generator, I'm going to put it back inside my mech where it belongs, next to my body. I'm going to work to get this drone out. Is that a drone control?
Well, you can't move, you just shot. You're starting to hear rumbles coming from a distance. Roll as a d20 plus tech.
That is plus 5, 10.
Do you want me to roll 2?
Yeah. And roll 1 for Fistfur as well. What was Fistfur's tech? Let me just...
She got a
check.
16.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she yells to use that. There's another one coming.
Okay.
Okay. Now, we need to get this... I need to get my drone out, but we should also probably try and get her out of the stomach. So what we can do is, if we have Fistfur get her out, or go inside and then pull her out and try to find her, then I can get my drone out, and then you can, I don't know, shoot something if it comes. Sound like a plan? Hello?
Sid? Maybe she's going to the dunny. Oh wait, I'm gotten a message from her. Oh no, never mind. She just give me cool images.
Sid, you there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I've got a plan. So, we want to find out exactly what's going on here. So, given that the woman who just got chomped is presumably not yet being digested, hopefully she's still alive, and I just blew a hole into the stomach. So Frisfra can probably try to go through there, or just through the mouth. And while she's doing that, I can retrieve my drone, and you can keep watch for any more that start coming.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up a little bit, like there.
Alrighty.
I guess we can have this for a check.
Yeah. Try and get inside and pull her out. She's the only person we've seen, and information would be nice.
Yep.
Okay, so you're moving up, Sid?
Just yeah, to where I was or where I am.
No problem. Okay, Kamiko, it is your turn.
I'm getting the drone. What's the roll to get that out?
You basically have to walk to it and just roll a tech check.
Alright,
Or a
that's...
drone check, whichever you prefer.
Well, tech is higher, so...
Yep.
If that was drone, it would just be 10.
You pull it up, put it back on the ground, and then just kind of re-establish a connection. That's your full turn. It is Fistfra's turn.
Yeah, she's gonna go inside and try and take a look.
Okay. She's gonna have to cut inside first. Like cut a hole because you just kind of blown a small chunk out of the side of its stomach. You haven't actually blown its stomach wide open.
Okay. So what you have to roll then?
She's got a side melee weapon. She'll just have to roll for that.
She rolled a crit.
Yep. Okay. She basically makes a line from here to there, and just kind of the whole stomach just splits open. Well, the outer layer of the stomach is split open. You can see that there's a number of sacs inside there that run along the length of the worm. There is 3 in total. But that's her full turn, moving and then slicing that open.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you start to hear another rumble. Oh, fuck's sake. And all of a sudden, Kamiko.
Yes.
There's a nice big worm right next to you as it comes straight out of the ground. Roll me. I better move that to the front. The front. Okay. And it comes up right beneath your feet. So you're going to have to roll me a hydraulics or a maneuverability check. And you're going to have to do the same for your drone.
I don't have for either, so just a flat d20. The first one is a critical success, and the second one is a 7, so my drone is not having a good day.
The drone is currently... You just jump straight out of the way, do a backflip and a twirl and everything. You land like a ballerina back here. Ah, okay. Bloody layers. You move here. Your drone is currently in its mouth, and it is going to try and gorge it. And it fails. Roll us a flat D20.
12.
Yep, the drone actually manages to do a little mining laser on its tooth, and then it gets thrown straight back next to you.
I'm guessing the worm realized the drone wasn't food.
Yeah, well, it was kind of like getting a small piece of chicken bone in your tooth, and you just kind of like flick it out.
Okay. Well, that's a little bit of damage to it, I guess, maybe. Sid?
No, since Gorge didn't hit, your drone takes no damage.
Oh, no, I was referencing the damage to it, but I guess probably not.
Okay, it is now Sid's turn.
It is now.
Okay. It's a hit for 10.
Nice. Yep, you shoot it and
And
you do quite a decent amount of damage to it.
you still got your pistol, yeah?
Drinking is not a free action, is it?
Drinking, no. Actually, I will let you do it in lieu of your next 2 pistol shots.
Next 2?
Yeah, so basically what you'll do is you'll bring up your flask basically and put it in your mouth, and the next turn after you take your shot, you can use that to kind of tilt your head back and drink from the flask. So instead of using your pistol shots for the next for this turn and the next turn, you can use that to drink.
Oh boy. Well, at
Alright.
least you kept your promise about not drinking while you used the round.
I'm gonna down a bottle of Ragnar and hope for the best then.
Alrighty. That you'll roll for that at the beginning of your next turn.
Yep.
Kamiko, it is now your turn.
If I move the drone behind me, does that count as any kind of action?
No, it's only if the drone takes an action or does a decent move.
Okay, so would this count as a decent move?
No. As if you kind of like moved it like 15 feet away or moved it to Sid, that'd class as it's a movement.
Okay, well, I'm just moving it to around the other side of me because I don't really want it dead. And I have missed.
Okay, that is a miss. The blast of red energy flies straight past the creature. Fistfra's turn. And that fire has gone out now. So Sid, you're up.
Sorry, I guess she'll move.
Yep.
And use her flamethrower.
Alrighty. Roll a flame. Okay then. 16. Roll a crit damage.
Okay.
Okay. What's that? That is 36, isn't it? 36 damage. As she hits a direct hit straight at its midsection, and its midsection catches alight. Actually, I'm just going to expand that. Okay, as its midsection goes alight, and any sand that was gluing to it has actually turned to glass instantly. And it's actually caused like, is there a level above 3rd degree burns?
No, because 3rd degree is nerve damage.
Well,
so no.
Well, this is kind of like it vaporized a large chunk of the creature's midsection.
That's
just
a vaporization.
Yeah. So it went straight past 3rd degree burns and just vaporized a large chunk of it, melting off its armored carapace.
Let's see.
Hold on. Then completely just
burn categories.
It basically just disintegrated whatever was in there, like a large chunk of it.
Okay, so basically, 1st degree burns are like the top few layers of your skin. 2nd degree is most of the mid layers. 3rd degree is once it starts getting to around deep tissue and your nerves. So Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, third degrees fucking are terrible. I've only had 2 of them, and fucking Jesus, like they just get infected so easily. They hurt all the time. Oh fucking hell, it's horrible. Like I still have a scar on my leg from when I got one as a kid.
Is there anything you haven't done to yourself, Lavitz?
Besides kill yourself.
Yeah.
No, I haven't killed myself yet, but no, I have technically died.
What?
When I had my diabetes thing, I technically died in the middle of a street.
Huh.
Well, technically it's a road.
Lavitz, you're...
What? I'm what?
Never mind.
I'm either super unlucky or super lucky. I'm not sure how it is.
I think
It's
it's a bit of
probably
both.
both. Yeah, it's probably both.
Although I haven't lost any limbs or any fingers or anything like that. I've lost like entire like finger like from the top of my nail down to like the second knuckle of skin. They just like cut it off. So I've lost like all fingerprints, stuff like that. But I've never lost a finger or something like that. So I've still got things to work to.
Yeah.
So I have worked with a lot of people that have lost fingers.
Anyways, it's the worm's turn, isn't it?
Yes, it is currently the worm's turn, and I am going to quickly roll a mental check. Okay, it is, instead of trying to flee in pain, it's gone to the fight instinct instead of the flight.
Okay.
Ooh.
And it's going to bite.
So it's dead.
It's going to bite
silly.
at.
More glass.
It is going to bite at Fisfra, which is a hit for 9 damage. And she's going to attempt. It's going to attempt to gorge it. Roll us a hydraulics check.
If it decides to swallow her, that's not
I
good.
don't know what.
Yeah,
it.
it has just swallowed her. She is now somewhere around here in its throat.
So basically, it can
heading
now
downwards.
get killed backward. So Fisra can just kill it from inside now.
Yep. Roll us a communication with Fisfra to see if you can find out what the hell's going on.
Okay, I have +1 in that.
I've got an 18.
Okay.
13.
She says she's
Not good.
her mech is under unbelievable pressure.
Under pressure. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Under pressure.
No, don't be. That's a really good song.
I know.
Ding ding diddling ding. Ding 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 diddling ding. Okay, yeah.
Anyways.
Her mech is currently under an extreme amount of pressure. She says the muscles inside of it are actually starting to crush her mech.
Okay,
Consider
so we have
just flame throw the muscles.
Well, she might be able to do that on her turn, but at the moment she is currently inside. Oh, I'm going to move that to the front. She's currently inside.
Oh, fuck's sake. God damn it.
That's a good enough symbol. Okay, Sid, it is your turn.
I'm going to specifically aim at the open wound with the biopiercer.
Alrighty.
I only got a hit for 3.
Yep. And
It's like
wait, before
min-
that, roll me a Ragnar.
Oh, right.
I mean, anyway.
Okay, you get the negative effects of Ragnar.
Yeah, so it's a -1 to dodge and a -1 to hit.
doesn't matter. You still hit it.
You still hit those, so
You managed to hit the open wound, but the skin, the flesh is so seared, it's actually almost glassed.
Oh, okay.
So it just kind of it hits in there, it cracks the glass, and it goes in a little bit and does a small amount of damage, but it doesn't do as much damage as you're hoping for.
Mm-hmm.
Kamiko, it is your turn.
Ooh, I love rolling fours.
I think you've rolled a 4 on that like 3 times out of like the 6 times you shot
This
it.
game so far. Yes.
Okay, you miss.
Shockingly.
And your drone does a golf clap.
Heh.
Okay,
I didn't even know it
Fistfra,
played golf.
roll us a d20 plus hydraulics to see if she can move around enough to actually grab her weapon.
Okay.
Pardon me.
18 plus whatever it is.
Yep, that's a +4, so yep. Okay, roll me an attack with her.
Flamethrower might be a bad idea, huh?
She can point it upwards or downwards. She got
Point downwards.
She got a 22, so she's, you know.
She's gonna point downwards. And is it going to actually roll it?
Don't forget
Yeah,
she
there we
does
go.
have a melee weapon as well.
I think, given the attack, that's
Okay,
still good.
feel the fist for a burn. Okay, Sid, I want you to roll me another d6. Okay.
That's 80 damage.
She
If it's a multiplier.
points the flamethrower downwards, and she just empties the entire canister of flames in it. The flames go down,
Okay.
and all of a sudden there's a chemical reaction.
And it's dead.
Yes, roll me a d20 plus strength or maneuver, hydraulics or maneuverability for Fistfra.
Eleven if it's hydraulics.
Yep, hydraulics. Okay, she gets launched out and she takes. Roll me a d10.
Oof.
She takes 8 damage as the bottom of a mech gets burnt from thing. But this entire creature basically explodes from the inside out.
Okay.
It is very dead. It
Beautiful.
is cadaverific. And it is just like a molten, blown open hot dog bloody pretty much. That's been pretty much vaporized half of its body. It is very, very dead.
Abracadabra.
Congratulations,
Now-
combat is over.
Now, what I'm going to do, I understand that Fistfra is very, very damaged, and I will heal her eventually. But first, I want to cut open the sacks.
Okay, there are 3 sacks.
Okay?
One that runs, what appears to run directly down the center, and then 2 others that are slightly larger that run down each side.
I want to cut all 3 of them.
You have to choose one.
I will take the middle then.
Alrighty. Roll as a d20. Basically, roll your sword. Okay. Yep, you slice it open with no problem, and you see the woman there. She. Actually, someone roll me a d20.
Sid, I just used up all my luck. Roll.
Okay, she
Thank you.
is alive. However, her legs are broken, and she's slightly
Ouch.
chemically burnt from the stomach acid.
Alright, can I pull her out?
Yes, you can. You can do that, no problem.
Great.
You rolled a 20. I'm not gonna Make your roll for that.
I pull her out with the sword. Okay. That was a joke, Lavis. I'm not doing it. I'm pulling her out the regular way.
Are you sure?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I'm pulling her out the normal way with my hands.
Actually,
should
if
know
you're
the
going to
most
use your mech
dangerous.
to pull her out, you're going to have to roll basically a finesse check. So roll as a d20 plus tech.
Alright. That's actually my best skill, so that's good. Oh, 15.
Yep, you managed to grab her very daintily and pull her out without actually grabbing her and just basically crushing all her organs out of her. So congratulations, you've managed to pull her out.
Alright.
She is now in your hand.
What exactly does she think? How is she looking about the fact that I'm a very large person who's just pulled her out?
She's in complete shock. She is mumbling incoherently, and your translators can't even make out what she's saying. She's just mumbling.
Okay.
You reckon if you can get her healed up, she'll be alright, but at the moment she is in a bad way. You know,
Can I do
broken
some
bones,
medic stuff?
probably second-degree burning over most of her body.
Can I do a quick medic check to see if there's anything I can do with what's on hand?
Sure. Flat D20.
21.
Alrighty. Yeah, you reckon if you can get her back to the ship, and actually heal her up, like not heal her up, but get bandages on her, disinfect the burns, reset the legs, you should be able to heal her up reasonably well.
So, Sid, what's the plan?
Take her back to the ship and try and salvage what we can off these things.
Alright, well, I'm gonna try and cut off this one's head, I guess.
This one has no head. It is literally exploded.
Okay, I'm gonna try and cut off this one's head.
Alrighty. Roll us 4 attacks with your sword.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You try to chop through, and you manage to get through the outer layer reasonably easily. You keep chopping, and then eventually you hit a bone, and it chips your sword. Quite drastically, you've actually got a large chunk taking out of your thing. Actually, no, you've actually broken the top part of it, the tip of it off. It now
Well,
looks
in
closer
fairness,
to a,
it didn't
it now
have a
looks
tip.
closer to a broken black back sax instead of an actual executioner sword.
Great. Another thing we'll have to repair. Did I at least cut through it?
No, you haven't cut through it.
Can we get Fistra to try and cut through it?
It can try.
Alright, I'm gonna ask her for some assistance in cutting through this big monster. And its head.
Okay.
Okay. Your sword basically
Yes.
looks like this now. I'm just posting it in Space Dragoons.
That's not good.
It's got a
It's not
point
awful,
now.
but it's not good.
She
Yeah,
rolled
but
it
that's
or
not
something.
good.
Actually, a sax sword, broken back sax, is one of my favorite swords for some reason.
Yeah, but this is supposed to be basically a ceremonial sword for cutting off heads. So it being broken is kind of bad.
Okay, what were you using
All
the
right.
pistol for, Sid?
It wasn't. That was Fistfraw's roll to help.
Oh, she's got she should have a melee weapon.
Is that what the power weapon is?
Yeah, what power weapon is?
Yeah.
Yep, she manages to sever their head. A large head falls to the ground.
All right, I'm taking it. What head is this?
The head of this one, and it is about 4 times the size of your mech.
Great, we're taking it.
Okay. Roll me a I'll let Fistfro help you. So, both of you roll me a D20 plus hydraulics.
4.
Okay.
I don't know what Fistrus is.
Hers is 8. The two of you cannot move this thing no matter how much you pull.
They said, want to try?
It is just so big, and the sand is so soft, you can't get any grip with your feet to be able to move it at all.
We need a barge or something. Or a sled.
Or you just to get mentally healthy.
Look. This is healthy. Alright?
Okay, also, all of you roll me an awareness check. Just a flat D20.
Who? I mean, it's an in-character roll, but it's also not good.
14.
Sid, you hear you see a slight flash that isn't coming from the sun. It seems to be coming from over in that direction, but you can't make out what it is.
Wait, what direction? Okay.
No, that's where the marker went.
Yeah, basically towards the mountains, well, the edge of the desert direction. Yeah, you saw this flash.
I'm gonna start going into the light.
It was just a flash, almost like a camera flash.
Reminder, that was where she ran from.
Yep. I'ma go to the light.
Alright, so are you gonna harvest anything here, or are you gonna get her back to the thing? Because you have to make a choice.
Yeah, I'm going to take her back. We can't. As much as I would like to continue on the search for the marker, at this point, we need to get her medical help.
Well, you said the hide is almost steel.
Yes.
Yeah. It's so really good.
But I can grab with it with my.
Yeah. We're talking like modern day steel and iron. All mechs are made from much more advanced stuff.
Well, I rolled a 1 to try and cut some off with my alien blade.
Yeah, it seems to resist your alien blade extremely well. Or else you just can't use the blade. One of the two, it's almost as if the sand stops the blade from cutting through, as if this blade in its design was never made to cut through sand.
I have a suspicion as to which it is. Of course, I'm going to keep that to myself.
Alright, so Kamiko tried to get its head and couldn't get it. Sid tried to cut off some carapace, no avail. Roll me a D20 for Fisra. Any one of yous. Flat D20. That's all we need.
Alright, well, if Sid's not going to do it, I'll do it.
I did
Oh, never mind.
Okay. Yep, she manages to reach up and on the severed head, and she breaks off one of these mandibles and one of the tentacles. But she grabs it from this one here. The ones that are half burnt.
Why would you do that? Extremely strong, then.
Yes, this thing is quite large, but it's still a lot lighter than the whole head. She just grabs like a part of this beak section here, and one of the tentacles. She swings them both over her shoulder, and she says, "All right, let's head back."
Yeah. Let's go. Let's head back to the ship. We've got company.
Damn it. There we go. Okay, Barry is still getting repaired.
Well, we need Fisra's mech repaired.
Yep.
Yep.
You also hear a yell coming from Barry as well as you return home. Well, not a yell, more of a communications.
What's wrong,
Okay.
Barry?
He says, while I was being repaired, I noticed something. The quantum
What's that?
tunnel device, its frame is warped.
Oh.
Until we get it set again, there is no leaving this planet.
Well, speaking of the planet, we found a local. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got business. And with that, I'm taking what's her face
That
with me
means
to the
he's
ma-
gonna try and bed her.
No, that means I'm trying. No, that means I'm going to try and fix her problems.
Okay. Since
Yeah,
you
what's
haven't
the
done any
difference?
medical training, but I'm assuming you have some basic stuff. First,
Well, it would have been required, yeah.
roll us to set the legs so that they're no longer bleeding internally.
22.
Yep, you managed to set the
Internally
broken
or
legs.
eternally?
Because most of these breaks, they're not just like, they're not the shin bone, they're actually the femur.
Yeah.
Oof.
But you managed to set them, and you roll us 2 more d20s plus tech to try and basically disinfect the wounds and then wrap them up. Yep, you disinfect them reasonably well.
And
You do a
8.
shitty job of wrapping them up. You actually cause her a bit of pain, but she's in so much pain at the moment that she barely notices the extra pain. But you basically do like
What you're
that
telling me
anime
is
thing
he
where
fucked up,
you know
but
where you
she
get
didn't notice.
you basically do that anime thing where the girl's trying to wrap up someone's like hand or something and they end up mummifying the entire body and then choking him with it. You basically do that.
I have no idea what that means, but okay.
You know, you get those anime characters like, I'm good at healing, and next minute they just like mummify basically the entire person and things when all they had was like a sore finger.
No, I don't actually.
Well, you'll see it eventually if you watch enough anime.
Anyway, point is, look, wow, it's all that training back in the day, that was surprisingly effective.
We had no
Now-
bandages. We had to make do with bark. And there's no bark
No,
around
we didn't
here.
use-
I see no trees.
No, it wasn't bark lavits, it was sinew leather. Or just leather, yeah. Don't worry about it.
Well, since you did reasonably well on the first 2 ones, it's not so bad. Whose bed do you want to put her in?
Not mine. I think waking up to see a bunch of alien skulls would be even worse for her health.
Where's Fisfra? Oh, yeah, there she is. Okay. Now, Fisfra's room was here. Captain's room was here. Kamiko's is here. Barry's is there.
Captain, would you mind sparing a bed for a moment?
So basically anyone's is good, but the captain actually offers to use her bed, seeing how she doesn't actually sleep.
I will take her up on the offer, and the reason I will cite is that it seems that all the other people keep finding the skulls disturbing. Frankly, I don't see the problem, but if
Of course,
you
she's
guys are
just
going
a
to freak out,
psycho.
it's not a psychopath, Lavitz.
I didn't say psychopath, I just said psycho. Kind of like a person who like strangles cats and shit like that.
I'm not a psycho either. I'm just Anyway, it be as it do, Lavitz. Be as it do.
Yeah, it's more like someone who like robs graves, that kind of psycho.
That's not how it is, Lavitz. That's nothing like it. We don't even wait until the grave is dug. Jeez, stop misrepresenting us.
Yeah, good. I can't fault that your devotion.
Anyway, so she's in the bed now, and well, I guess we'll wait until Visra's mech is repaired at least before we head out.
Okay.
Does she wake up before then?
It'll be about a day before Barry's and Fisfra's mech is repaired, along with. Did any of you take any damage?
No.
No?
Nope. Alright, yep. So it'll be about a day to. Like, any mech repairs and stuff like that, that always takes about a day.
I'm just gonna when she wakes up, I'm gonna be there with my drone, just looking at her.
Okay, let's see how well she goes. She slips into consciousness for about 3 minutes, and she's just kind of mumbling. You realize your translators are working, but they're not. But she's not making any sense. I'll give you guys like one chance to see if you can get coach a little bit out of her.
All right. What's the roll?
D20 plus communications.
+1. All right. 3.
Yep. You're basically there.
3.
Do you hear me? Understando? Meo calenende mondo. And
Hey, Sid.
you're just
Sid,
basically
try explaining to her in dance moves. I'm sure that'll work.
yes, because
So it
interpretive
doesn't work.
dance is a universal language, of course.
Well, I mean, it worked with you, apparently.
It just doesn't work with seduction. Apparently, squishing one's tits together and like spreading one's legs or whatever doesn't count as attempted seduction.
Nope.
Sid.
You know how it is. Anyway, so I'm guessing she doesn't understand at all.
No, she looks quizzically at you for a second before she just kind of passes out again from pain.
All right. Well, do you have any painkillers?
Do you?
That's a good question. We just all I know about our medical stuff is that we allegedly have shitloads.
Yeah, that's more like bandages and antiseptic stuff like that.
Okay. We do have 2 bottles of prescription meds, but I don't know what it's for, so.
They were in Picard's quarters, if I remember correctly.
Okay, so they're probably for,
Initially.
like, cancer or something. I don't know.
They're probably boner pills.
He'd need them.
Probably for the other person.
Honey, it's 4 p.m. Time for your dick flattening. Yes, dear.
Oy.
Oy vey. Yeah, you're not. She's not going to be. You'll probably have another day or two before she's actually awake enough to actually be able to communicate.
All right, well, we've got time then. So Fistra's repaired. Let's get moving.
Okay, Fistfra, how much health did she have? 32.
32.
There we go. So integrity. Oh, I kept remember that she's got deflection of 4, so she'll automatically take 8 less damage of whatever damage she takes. I keep forgetting to add that.
She should have been much slower. Okay. Much higher.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, let's get back to where we were going before.
Alrighty. In fact, I did not make a map for that. Silly me. Give me 2 minutes.
All right. Well, I actually have a few things to do, so that's fine.
that even download? Oh, bastards. Alright, fine. Just stop you then, you bastard. Okay, let me just go through this quickly. Enemy ships, land maps. I had the perfect map, but then I went all wonky and I had to not do things. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Maybe it's in unsorted. Well, I can use that one later on. Yeah, sorry. I didn't really expect you guys to... Wait, you're going for the marker, aren't you?
Huh?
Are you guys going for the marker or ship parts or...
Again, I'm not getting you.
Are you guys going for the marker or ship parts?
Well, I'm
Marker.
figuring ship parts, but apparently marker.
Well, the thing with the marker is we can use it to repower our ship. So,
Allegedly.
Sid,
You'd have to build something in order to convert its power into where the ZPM goes.
And I have no idea what
That
this
is true.
marker is still. I
That
would
is
be
true.
thinking ship parts. You have to
that
greatly
is
me.
Yep.
okay. Let me put it this way, Sid. There was a log that was specifically mentioned about from the plant lady about how our fabricator reached 500% efficiency. You remember that, yeah? Yeah.
Sort of, yeah.
That was the result of an experiment with the marker artifact that I've been studying.
So you say. I've never seen, hear or tale of this so-called marker.
You actually did see a miniaturized version of it before I stuffed it into my gun.
Did she?
Yes, actually, she rolled to notice it. She just didn't think it looked like anything special.
Yeah, for the most part, I thought it was a bullet.
Yeah,
Okay, basically,
meaning it,
you're going to have to convince Sid to go for this imaginary marker of yours or to go for the ship parts. I'll bring you guys to the map.
if I remember correctly, they're still in the same area anyway, so we can probably just. Yes, it is in the same area. So if we go here, then we will get the marker and the parts. So we can do that at the same time.
Alright.
So I don't think we even need to argue.
No, I'll just be looking for the parts. You'll be looking for some abominous thing.
Okay, let me just double check. Okay. I will bring you guys to the map. Okay, after about 12 hours of traipsing, you kind of come over into a mountainous area. Whoa. Was that me or you?
That was definitely not me, so.
You managed to go through a small forest without... Well, it's not really a forest. It was more like a grassy land. Have any of you guys ever seen like images of the Kalahari Desert?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot like that. You know, there's scrubs, there's trees and stuff around, but there's no real sign of water around
I
there.
thought Scrubs was in the US.
No, scrubland,
Scrubs.
bushland. It's
I
similar
don't
to
know.
Australia. Think Australia outback, but not Northern Territory outback like in Crocodile
I'm
Dundee.
pretty
Think
sure you did say shrubs. I heard scrubs.
yeah, that's what I said. Scrubs.
Okay, then I did hear you right, and I was referencing the TV show.
Oh yeah, no.
Remember the fact of
Um,
that fact. Good job, Levitz.
It was a dumb joke. I'm sorry.
I'll see if I can. Actually, yeah,
I got
this
it. I
this
just didn't laugh because it wasn't funny.
I know.
I mean, in fairness, most of my jokes aren't funny either. But
it's a lot like this, and this is so close to it. This almost looks like one of my properties.
okay. How many snakes are on it?
Well, roll us as attacked.
Oh, that was also a joke. I swear.
Too
I've
bad
made
you
a
locked
mistake.
yourself. You locked
I've
yourself
made a
into it
mistake.
now. I made a mistake. Okay, roll us to look around for fauna and fauna. Okay, the trees appear to be old growing trees, but appear to be second growth trees, almost as if they've been cut down and then have grown. But since the tree is such long lived, it actually, if you look at these trees, these are second growth trees that I've just posted in Space Dragoons.
Well, in fairness, we know there are people, so
Yep.
that's not a far stretch.
You sense smaller animals running around, but they appear to be very well compared to the animals that you've seen mostly around the galaxy. These are abnormally small,
Mm-hmm.
and compared to the massive creatures of Chernobyl, these ones are quite and extremely small compared to it. Because Chernobyl,
Yes.
things got
Creatures of
big and
Chernobyl.
dangerous and fallouty. Um,
Yes. I can tell you all about the great gray bears, monstrous creatures with hides made primarily of lead that dwell near the center of the exclusion zone. Or yeah, this is me making shit up on the fly, but I'm sure one day I'll just make a campaign that is set in Chernobyl and everything is nuts.
well, I'm not sure whether after this or on my next one of my next games, I'm actually going to do a full Australian Fallout.
Oh, you mean regular Australia?
Pretty much, yeah. But yeah, it's going to be like Fallout but set in Australia.
Now, are we supposed to be able to see on this map?
Once you guys roll a detect and roll me a d4 in which direction you want to come from.
Well, we already rolled a detect, or I did.
No, that was for animals around along. That's why I'm not. I've got you on the wrong map. Like that was for around here to basically detect stuff around. Sid, roll us a detect while walking through this area.
14.
You both of you get glints of stuff in the distance, but it's always just seems to be out of your scanner reaches.
That's probably not good. Now, I understand that that is a little bit paranoid, but consider the following. Big war. So, yes, I'm a little bit paranoid about these creatures that we are barely missing.
Wait a second, I just gotta spin this around like a record, baby, right round,
Round.
round.
Alright, well, I'm going to roll a detect because apparently we need to roll a detect. 20 plus 1. I get a 3 again. Wow, Lady Luck is smiling.
I got a 5, but that was a 1.
Sid, you fall down a hole that you can't see.
Apparently.
It looks suspiciously like the marker.
You wish.
Uh,
Okay, what was that? What was that? 24. So
Um, well, that was the observation when we reached there, isn't it?
yep. Come on. I'm not sure whether this map is showing fully or not.
I can't see anything, so
No. It's on my side because Roll20 likes it when you scroll on something. Occasionally it shows. Other times it disappears. Like you probably know this, Sid. When you set a map and occasionally it says that it's in the right size and then it says that it's not.
Oh,
And then
yeah,
as you
yeah.
scroll, a big chunk of your map just disappears.
Yep.
So I'm just going to be safe with this. Yeah, even if I scroll, it's not as bad. Okay. Wait, roll us a d4.
all right.
This will determine the
Ooh,
direction that you're coming from.
1.
So you guys will be coming from the north.
Inky.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yes, I am. Wait.
No, not you.
Eh,
And fuck it, I'm just going to stretch it back to the other size. And
Is that Borger?
I don't know. Every time I talk to you guys, you always bring up some kind of meme that I have no idea about.
You've never eaten a lab. It's literally just a burger, but misspelled.
Oh.
That's the entire joke. The entire joke is
If that's
an
the way a
idiot.
freaking burger sounds in Canada, I don't never want to eat it. Okay, top
Look,
top
Lavitz,
center.
it bees it do. All right, well,
Burger shouldn't have a crunch.
guess who's back? Back again. We're all back. Tell a friend. Dude. Ugh. I keep having to set my drone's health so I can actually see it.
Well, sorry, I haven't set that up that much. Where is the drone? On ship allies, rip players, ship tech. So that's Sparky, right?
No, that's medic.
Then how come you got one called Sparky?
That
Spelled
was
like
the
a
one
gun.
I gave. That was the one I gave to what's his face, to AIDS as a defense drone.
Okay, then where is yours?
Mine is on the map. It is
No.
uh,
Where is the sheet?
on ship allies below Leon.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Have you set everything the way you want it? And I'm going to put it
Yep.
the right way up.
It's got 20 health. I looked her up and down and I said, "Girl, you looking fine." Then she pulled out a penis twice the size of mine.
Bitch got a penis. Bitch got a penis. Anybody remember that old song? Nobody remembers that song.
I didn't hear
It's made by the same guys that made Tig Old Biddies.
it.
Basically, it has like the black dude and he's sitting in
I
the
miss
shower in a
their
fetal
music.
position, rocking back and forth, and he's like, "Bitch got a penis. Bitch got a penis."
Yeah, I miss those guys. Your favorite Martian?
That's it.
Oh man,
Actually, I wish they would have made a sequel to the movie Your Favorite Martian as well.
Yeah.
My Favorite Martian, I think it was called. Did any of you watch that movie?
I watched clips. I never actually got through the full movie.
It had Christopher Lloyd in it. Was it Christopher Lloyd? Doc from freaking Back to the Future. He plays an alien, a Martian. One of his best roles, I reckon. Either way, you walk in and you find yourselves in basically a bit of a chasm. There's a cliff on your left side and a beginning of a cliff on your right side. And your sensor detect directly south is a massive part of your ship. You're uncertain on which part.
Sid, you are not on the map.
Oh.
Actually, to be honest, I reckon you should change your token for your drone to one of these DRDs. But I'll do that later.
My internet fucked up for a second. What did you say?
I might end up changing the picture for your drone and actually give you a proper one, which will probably be the DRD that I've posted. That's just above the broken back sacks.
Okay.
And I have to admit that handle would be terrible to hold that knife/sword with. The more I look at it, the more it pisses me off. That would be a terrible handle. Don't you think, Sid? You there, Sid?
Huh?
That sacks, the broken back sacks, that would be a terrible handle.
Yeah.
Look at it, square. It's got a nub in the center. That would just be terrible. Blade looks awesome, but just that handle was just. The more I look at it, the more it pisses me off. Either way, not the point. Okay, roll us a d20.
Sid, why are you so tiny?
Observation.
I don't know.
No.
Oh, well, I got a 15 anyway, so it's fine. We're fine. We're all fine here. How are you?
Do you want me to roll as well, or no?
Yes, to see what's around.
I'm waiting. It's not pulling up. There we go. I rolled a crit.
Okay, UMBC all. Okay, you jump up and hover in the air for a second. You sense, you see a lot of footprints around here that look vaguely humanoid.
That's not good. That's not good.
But getting that bird's eye view really helped you.
Alright, so, Sid?
Now, you know, to the south is a large part of your ship. And you sense that the marker is not around here anymore. It's gotten further away. But you do feel it's closer now than it was when you were at your ship.
Well, the question is, how do we... Well, if we go to the ship part, then that means that we can track, that we can find some tracks. So, let's head to the ship. Sid, you might want to cover us or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeehaw.
Don't know what I'm saying.
What was that, Sid?
Nothing. You're all so great. I'm a. Hello, how are you?
What? Okay, well, we don't get out of your range for quite a bit, so...
as you move forward, roll us a detect.
$18.
Not bad. And Sid? I'm sick of this noise that keeps
1.
coming through my Mac. Okay, Sid, you don't see anything. At all.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, there's
Sid, remember,
sand in
set you
my
close your
eyes.
eyes.
There's sand in my eyes. There's so much sand.
You could see just fine a minute ago, drama queen.
Okay,
Shut up.
Kamiko, you see what looks like a large chunk of your ship and its defensive cannon.
Okay, well,
There's a large amount of footprints around it, and it looks like someone's turned it into almost a site of worship.
I think we might have
Yes,
started
they
a
did.
cult.
No, that would be you, as you brought the beacon. Or, sorry, the marker.
Another hand touches the beacon. No, but I mean, like, just in the general sense of the fact that we are here now, if they see us walking around in our mechs, they will probably call us gods.
Now roll us a detect, both of you. Actually, all three of you.
Alright. +1 for another 18.
Okay,
Okay,
and
what's...
one for Fistfra.
Okay, let's
Flat
see.
20.
I don't know what her... Okay, well,
Well, I rolled a 15 first for her, so.
okay.
Okay, well,
That's...
Tekla and Fistfra, you both notice that this cannon has recently fired. And that is why there's a massive scorch mark here, and everything on the top of this ridge is burnt. It's gone out now,
Sid?
but it looks like the cannon fired. Or the laser beam cannon fired. Laser cannon fired.
I think it's time we start stripping this down. Or at least taking the controls.
What do we need to roll?
That will be a tech roll.
Alright. 22.
Yep, with no
Shall
problem
I
you realise
try
that you
and
can
help?
actually, in a sense, you can reconfigure it to actually almost hover. So you'll actually be able to drag most of it back to your ship without actually having any problem.
Now, on the one hand, they'll be really upset if they think that we are taking their worship. But on the other hand, if they consider this their god, and we are capable of making it hover, there's a very good chance that we are gods ourselves. So should we press on, or
You do you.
we should probably let's press on.
Okay, it's
We'll
going
have
to
it
take.
switch
It's
direction
going
as
to
the
take
marker.
you probably. It's probably going to take you about a half a day to get this entire thing hovered and ready to start moving out.
Wait, so it's like a vehicle? Okay.
Yeah, basically what you can do is you can kind of convert the energy output, because this is a big chunk of your under section of your ship, which basically consists of your defensive turret and whatnot. But the thing is, defensive turrets have a thing on them that allow them to be, in a sense, easily moved, or moved more easily when you're trying to install them and whatnot. So they have a small gravity system inside of them. So when you move them, you can basically detach them, and then they'll just kind of hover. So you don't need a lot of powerlifting tools to actually move them.
So what we can do is I can drive this as our scout vehicle, I guess, and then do you just follow on foot?
I guess.
I mean, you two have the best damage, so
Mhm.
Also, again, if we encounter the locals and they think that this thing is a god, we are very much gods. So, I guess we carry on towards where I feel the marker is.
Let me just get this right. Oh, son of a bitch. Most of my tokens and stuff have just disappeared. Okay, I had this one. I just can't find it.
But you know how guitars work, right?
Yeah.
So,
Active or passive pickups?
uh, no, I'm just asking. So you know the neck, right? How does the neck shape affect the guitar's function?
Great deal. I can only speak about bass guitars, though.
Oh, well, that's fine. I'm interested anyway. So,
Okay, wait a second. I'm still looking for this token.
I guess the question is why,
What do you mean,
Hmm?
why? Why does the neck
or how rather? Like, how does it change?
well, depending on the density and whatnot, it will determine how well the strings vibrate. The less dense, if I can remember correctly, the less dense it is, the less absorption of sound happens. But this is all layman's.
Okay, so if it's so based on the shape, the sound absorption.
Yeah, the shape, the density, the length, all of that comes into why. That's why a bass guitar's neck is so much longer than a ordinary guitar's, because it needs more sound absorption, which causes it to become more of a. It picks up different sounds or lets out different sounds.
That's actually really helpful. Thank you.
So it vibrates at a lower frequency because it's get the higher pitch they actually get absorbed a bit more. I think that's how it works, but it's been a long time. I'm a bit fuzzy on the things. Okay, now while Kamiko's working, Sid and Fisra, roll me an observation. Your observations have been
Well,
shit lately, Sid.
I know. I don't know why.
You're either rolling a crit or shit. And you got like a +5.
There is no in between.
No, +4 actually. Okay. Um, after after a bit of tinkering and whatnot, Sid, you're too busy looking at the cannon, like going, "Don't worry, baby, you'll be fixed up. I'll be shooting at aliens again with you in no time."
Sid is dry humping the cannon.
Meanwhile, Fisra's been doing like she's been just walking around, basically checking out the area. And I'll just reveal the area because you guys are actually in a gorge. This thing actually impacted with the ground quite severely, causing a massive crater.
Hmm.
Well, good thing I've got a repair drone here to help me.
Now, on the hill, Fisra picks up and sees a woman.
Hmm.
Does the woman see us?
She's been watching you the entire time, but it's just taken you guys
Oh.
about 6 hours to notice.
Okay, well, that's fine. I will finish up because
Yeah, it's going to
that's
take you.
what I
It's going
do.
to take you about another 6 hours before it's completely hoverable and able to do it. Because you have to do quite a bit of stuff. You have to get power to it and whatnot. Rewire a lot of stuff. Activate grav, and then move the majority of the body pretty much on top of the cannon itself, so that it can be supported by the cannon.
Well, what we can do, I guess, is have a nap, like have a rest, and then once that's done, one of us stays up and then wakes up the others, and then once that's done, I continue fixing it. That way, if these guys try anything, we'll know, and we will be able to prove our superiority to them by fixing this up.
Fair enough. How long do
Mhm.
you want to rest for?
Uh, how long have we been walking today? Like,
You walked for about 6 hours to get here. Six or so hours. You've been working for about 6 hours, so by the time you get it working, it will be nightfall. But if
yeah.
you're having a break halfway through, that will be, you know,
See, I'd rather have it not working by nightfall, so that way, if these guys try anything, they can't hover it. I presume I've disconnected the weapon power for now, so they won't be able to do anything then. But if they try something at night with a hoverable one, then that'll be even worse for us. So we should probably just sleep now, and then I guess until sunrise. I don't think we have had a decent sleep for a long time, and
no,
then we
you guys,
just
you guys have been going for almost an entire day now.
yeah. So we sleep until morning. We take shifts to keep watch, and then on my shift, I guess I'll take the last one. I'll be preparing this to go.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Okay, Sid, you're on what? First watch, I guess. No, you're on first sleep, I guess. Who wants to sleep first?
Uh, I mean, we can have two sleep and then one stand watch. So
All right, then.
if Fistler wants, she can.
Kamiko,
Yeah.
you're up, and the other two are sleeping. Roll me a detect.
All right. 5.
You hear a clang sound.
I want to take a look.
Alrighty, roll us another d20.
With the 14.
Yep. Just before you wake up, you realize that there's some kind of impairment at the back of your mech.
Can I tell what it is?
Roll us another d20.
Can I use tech for this one?
I'll allow it. Yeah,
23.
you realize that there's a spear sticking out the back of your mech.
I'm gonna pull it out.
It's in that kind of spot where you can't actually reach, so you're gonna have to either get your drone or one of the others to pull it out. You've
I'll get
taken
the
no
drone to do it.
damage,
I'm
it's
not
just
going
jammed
to.
straight into your mech's armor.
I'm going to get the drone to pull it out. Would that
Alrighty.
be a roll for drone control?
Yes, drone control roll.
18.
Yep, your drone pulls it out, no problem. The roll us a detect on the spear.
11.
Alrighty. You realize that the tip of the spear is made of a similar carapace as the teeth of those creatures, of those sand creatures that you just fought.
Is it flimsy enough that I wouldn't have to roll to break the spear?
The spear
Like
is just
into?
a shaft of wood, but the tip of the spear is made from the teeth.
So what you're saying is I can use one hand to break this of my mech.
Yeah, it's a shaft of wood.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that then.
Alrighty.
All the while, I'm just looking at her.
Well, you can't see him very much now. You only see her head poking up over the hills every now and again. Sometimes she's here, other times she's on the other side. Or at least you assume that it's her.
Well, whoever it is, I think they've gotten the message that more spears is a bad idea.
What are you talking about? More spears is always a good thing.
No, but I mean more spears
Unless there's a phalanx
throwing
against
at
you.
us. Alright,
Okay,
is that my shift?
that is your shift.
Great, Sid. I'll let Sid know about the spears that they threw at me.
Enough. By the way, Sid, your Ragnar has now worn off. Sid?
Huh?
Your Ragnar has now worn off, and it is now your shift to keep a watch over Kamiko and the area, along with Fisfra.
Okay. Um. I
And
guess.
yes, I've told you about them throwing a spear.
Yeah.
I'm not going to recommend shooting them yet.
You get a hint in the back of your mind, we will have change.
Is
Alright,
that
I am going to do a wide span sweep with my scope.
Alrighty.
I got a 22.
Nice. Okay. Looking through the area, your density thing, like your X-ray scope, doesn't really work because when you look into the sand or the cliffs, it's different substance. Some sand, some stone, some iron ore.
there's dirt?
Yeah. So you can't really see through things, but you manage to fly up eventually, and it reveals a bit more of the area.
Oh, that's really gonna make them
Do I
worried.
notice her?
Yes, you do notice her, but she almost goes in and out of your sight. 1 minute she's in your sight, and you see her plainly, and then she just kind of disappears.
Can I fire a warning shot at her in the rough area?
Ooh, she hasn't
Yes.
attacked you yet.
Yes, you can.
Oh boy.
She hasn't attacked me, but she has attacked a teammate. Or that's my assumption.
Yeah.
But
If
it's
you
a
were
warning shot.
out of your suit,
That's how
that spear probably would have high chance it would have killed you. It would have worn straight through your spine.
This won't be a killing shot, it'll just be a warning shot.
Yep. You want to go with your pistol
If it
or your
hits.
rifle?
Rifle, because that's going to be the area. It's a 7.
All right. Yep.
It'll
You
also be
fire
flat here.
I want to miss.
Yep. You fire your rifle and it whizzes straight past it, and all of a sudden she just disappears into the ground.
Okay.
It's probably not good.
Probably not.
Well, just for his turn, I guess.
Yep. And that's what you did during your time. What did Vistra do?
I mean, she'd mostly just take watch. I let her know that there's a creature just watching us. I shot a warning shot, and that's about it.
And it threw a spear at me.
In you.
Yes.
In fact, you're pretty lucky it didn't actually pierce through more, because it actually did pierce reasonably deep into you. Okay. Roll us a detect for Sphysfra.
16.
Yeah, she looks around for a while, but then she actually looks at your spear, at the spear, predominantly more at the tip, and she realizes that as she scans it, the spear itself vibrates, like the spear tip vibrates at a very low frequency. She gathers that's how it was able to pierce. And she kind of remembers back to when the actual sandworms were actually attacking, that when they'd hit the ground, things would vibrate and distort and start to crumble away, and that's kind of what that spear does.
Okay, well then, if
She
nothing else
also
happens,
notices
I
a
just...
number of small holes around the area, like there's one here, one back here, and one over there.
Does anything else happen during her watch, or do
No,
we just get back to fixing this?
let's just roll. Yeah, Sid, you cop a spear while you're kind of resting, like just kind of looking around. When you were looking over, taking your shot over here, you copped a spear from this direction.
Me?
Yes, roll me a d20. It actually does damage to you. It actually hits you in the shoulder of your mech, and your left arm of your mech actually takes a small amount of damage. You take 2 points of damage.
Okay. So, if that's that, then I guess I just wake up and finish the repairs, and then I can have my drone go repair Sid.
Alrighty. Roll us drone repair.
Alright.
Yep, you get 2 hit points back, Sid.
And the turret is functioning now.
The turret is functioning, but you do have to kind of direct it.
Oh, that'll be fine. So, Sid's at full health again. Turret's fixed. Now, hopefully, we'll be good.
Alright. 6 hours has passed. It is now levitating.
Alright, let's get a move on. Can I hop in and drive it, or...
No, really what you do is it kind of levitates and you just kind of grab it and you pull it around like a dog.
Alright, well, that's good enough. As long as the turret power's off, no one can fire it, so we're good.
Well, the turret's still
Let's
got
continue.
power. Remember, the turrets have an independent battery on them, so it doesn't drain from the ship when it fires. There we go.
Well,
everybody should be able to move that now.
Okay, so I've got this. And
Okay.
we just head...
You boost up the thing,
off.
and at the moment that you do, all the little shrine area stuff around it gets kind of pushed back and blown all over the place as it starts levitating. You hear in the distance, "Heretic!" And another spear comes flying at you, Kamiko.
Heresy. Ooh.
Actually, roll me 3, because 3 spears come at you. So roll me 3 d20s.
Crit, a 5 and a 14.
Okay, 2 spears hit you.
One of them I just grab midair and crush, I guess? I don't know.
Okay. No, these are to see if they hit you.
Okay.
Okay, you take 10 damage to your shields. But anything over the 10 damage goes into actual damage.
Okay. Oh, that's
So you
5
take 5
shields. So
damage.
that's. Wait, hold on. We can understand the heretic.
Yeah, you've got. Remember, your suits have an auto translator.
Yes.
So if it's a
That means I can
roughly,
respond.
if it's roughly a language that has either been encountered or similar to a language that hasn't been encountered, it will auto translate for you, provided you're still in your actual personal suits.
Well, in that case, what I'm going to respond with is, "This is my gun."
All you hear back is, "Heretics shall be punished," and then everything goes silent.
Sounds like someone wants to steal our gun. I'm going to do a repair on myself then before we head off.
Alrighty,
Alright, and that's a 1.
1 HP back. Okay, you can start moving. Thing you have to go move it up towards the north.
Up this way?
Yep, the way that you came.
Okay, that's how we get to the marker?
No, that's how you get back to your ship.
Fair enough. Alright, Sid, we've pissed off the locals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What's new?
See,
You
this
with
time,
Kamiko, what is new? If there's a way to piss off people, Kamiko finds a way.
in fairness though, this one is just because this is our gun, and we are taking it home.
It's your gun and a big chunk of your lower section of your ship.
Both of which we own, yes. It is not theirs, it is ours.
Okay. Moving back, roll us a D20 observation for each character twice.
8 and 4, and Pisras is just 2d20 if I remember correctly, which is a crit fail and an 8.
Okay. And
Sid, how's your observation?
Pretty good.
Alright, we need another one.
And the second one.
Oh boy.
Second observation, Sid.
Hmm?
A second observation. 22. Yep. You keep seeing these people at the corner of your eye. Sometimes it's that woman. Sometimes it's ones that look very similar to her. However, you notice that every single one of them seems to have a collar on them. A steel collar or wrist chains, but without a chain attached. So wrist gauntlets, pretty much. But they appear to be of like cuffs, of the style of cufflinks.
Okay.
They do not approach you. They always seem to stay just slightly outside of sensor range, but you've got your scope and you're constantly looking around, so you manage to spot them even though they're outside of sensor range.
I guess I'm too busy pulling the gun.
Yeah. You're basically walking a dog, making sure that it's not pooping on the ground, i.e. parts falling off. Okay, you guys are back at your ship.
Now, we need to park the turret somewhere.
Yep. The turret, that section, and basically you will be restoring this section here.
Okay. That's actually good.
Actually, no, sorry. This section up here, sorry.
Even better.
Because this section's the pod area. This is more just like tech area. Well,
We
part
pissed
of it
off the
anyway.
locals.
So, to reinstall it and fix it up, both of you roll me 2d20s plus tech.
Okay, so that's 2d20. That's a 16 and an 8.
That's a 5 and an 8.
Okay. You're having a lot of trouble. Kamiko, you managed to install a small chunk of here.
Now I put the turret back at least.
No, the turret is not. Okay.
I think the locals followed us, and I think they'll be interested to see this being repaired.
Okay. So you've managed to restore some your anti-pursuit bombs, and the turret still hasn't been affixed, but you have your turret back. I'll give you guys each one more tech roll to see if you can actually reattach the turret.
23.
Yep, with no
Mine
problem you
didn't
managed to reattach the turret.
Alright, you got guns.
It is now working and fully reconnected back into the ship.
Sid, would you like to tell them, to tell the captain that our retrieval has annoyed the natives?
Sure. I guess I'll go tell the captain that we may have pissed off the natives. But we have our gun back.
I say that's a win-win. Kamiko fulfilled one of her life goals. And Sid, you've got your really cool turret back.
Oh, I missed my baby.
Tri-shot, laser cutting beam. Oh, it's such a good turret.
Penis enlargement pills, all kinds. Alright.
Okay.
So
How mad at me would she get if I turned on the remote?
Well,
this
you
is
find
life or
out.
death, Sidra.
Find out. Roll as a d20 plus communications.
6.
Okay, you turn on the remote, and she casually floats to you, looks you dead in the eye, and she's like, "Now is not the time." And she switches on your remote back to full power.
Oof. Okay. All shutters off.
Roll me a d20.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you almost fall to your knees. And you're like, okay, I get the point. Now's not the time. And she gives you a sly wink, which is kind of difficult seeing how she's made of smoke.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
And she switches it off.
hurt.
Okay. And let's just see how the woman's doing. Okay, she's still in quite a bit of pain, but she's starting to gain consciousness.
That's good.
I talked to her in my massive frame.
You can't get through the door in your massive frame.
Darn it. Well. Okay, fair enough. I'll get it.
Look how
I'll get
big
out
you are.
and just go.
In this room.
I mean, it would certainly be a sight.
Okay.
Can I try talking to her?
Yep. She opens her eyes. She's like, huh? What? Huh?
You awake?
Who? What? Huh?
Are you awake?
Who? What? Huh?
Uh-huh.
Alright, well, that's about as good as we're gonna get then.
With a 5, yeah.
Sid, we've got another one we need to do. Let's go.
What?
Well, we still got parts to get, don't we?
Well, yeah.
So, I'll do another drone repair and then let's head back.
Okay. Anybody
Uh,
wanna
Yeah.
else wanna try and talk to her?
I could attempt, I guess.
Yep. D20 plus communications.
18.
Okay. She can't really understand you very well. However, you can understand her. And basically, it was consistent of Big Snake ate me. Big Snake ate me.
Yes. What's your point? We saved you.
She said that was bad. Not for me, but for you.
Why was it bad for me?
Worms are sacred.
So is
So
our
we're
turret,
in
apparently,
trouble for killing a worm.
too. And doing a really good job of cutting off one of its heads.
Would you have rather actually been digested by that thing?
She says, no, I'm glad you saved me, but that may have doomed you.
Oh, we're very well aware of how doomed we are. Have you not met Tekla?
Oh, oh, Sid, who was the one who put your gun back? Because I can take it off and give it back to the locals if you want. I mean, I'm not going to. I'm not a madman, but I could.
Well, you may not be a madman, but you definitely are a mad woman. I'ma get slapped, aren't I?
Look, alright. I respect your opinion. However, no.
Now, I'm not a racist, but
I mean, I've kind of gotten over the racism in this instance, but, yeah.
Well, I've never been a racist, and in a different timeline, maybe Tekla. Maybe.
sorry,
Well,
but you're not incorporeal. You don't get my
yeah,
juices flowing.
The alien captain is the one who's, she's much better. I like her much better than most normal aliens. Anyway, we'll continue.
Okay, anything you want to
So,
ask her?
mm,
does she know anything about the turret?
did you come from the village? Or not the village.
Tribe?
What do I want to say?
Tribe?
Who is your tribe?
I have no tribe anymore.
Why is that?
I have been exiled. I'm not even worthy to be a slave anymore.
What happened?
I committed heresy.
What kind
Which
of
is,
heresy could you guys have?
from another room, you just hear touching the gun.
Shut up, Tekla. I'm talking.
They threw 3 spears at me for touching their gun. Sorry, I mean our gun.
I actually got 4 spears thrown at you, actually.
In total.
Mm.
Only
Only 3 hit.
2 of them did anything.
Only 2 did
Well, no,
damage, but
one of them
only
missed.
but 3 hit.
Yeah. Yeah. So, basically, yeah. Kind of a big deal.
She says, I took Umbasa's name in vain.
Bassa? Who
Now,
is Umbasa?
I think this is someone I've actually heard of before.
Umbasa is the Great One, the creator and destroyer.
And where did this Umbasa come from?
Umbasa is the Great Worm.
Okay. We didn't kill him, did we?
No, you wouldn't have
Right.
killed Umbasa, that's for damn sure.
Good.
Um, from what you're getting, have any of you seen Starship Troopers 3?
No.
No. Sorry.
Good.
I've only seen the first one.
It is not very good. But if you knew that, that's basically the end creature. That is basically what Umbasa is.
So Big Snake.
Kinda, yes. Like big snake. That's kind of like the planet as well. So the snake basically represents the planet.
And we killed very easily, actually, 2 of his compatriots.
Mm-hmm.
2 of its mini babies.
Well,
Many. Ah, frick.
Mini, sorry.
Well-
Mini. Not many, mini.
Oh.
So very small babies.
but hear me out here, Sid. We
Mm.
killed 2 of them, and we cut off one of its heads.
You cut
Somehow,
one of
I
its
think-
heads.
Well, no, I'm saying Fistra and I together cut off. It was a team effort.
Oh, by the way,
I
on
think when they see the head,
edit
that's
there
gonna be
and
bad.
remember to put worm talon and worm tentacle, or worm tooth,
Where?
whichever, on her sheet. I think you guys can edit her sheet easily.
Sid, should you mention to her the fact that we just took back one of our guns from these people?
Uh, maybe?
Oh, actually, no, you should ask if she's aware of any relics or anything that have recently come from the sky.
Actually, that's not a bad question. Other than Umbasa, do you have any other relics you follow?
Yes.
Ones that might have come from the sky, specifically.
In fact, she does. They do worship things that fall from the sky.
And why
Things
is
like
that?
meteoric iron and stuff like that are seen as gifts from the gods.
And why is that?
Because they come from the heavens. The gods just hand them to us, and then we worship them.
Don't you ever question it, though?
Okay, Shadow.
That's not the question you ask. That's Sid,
What?
Sid, that's not the question you ask. The question you follow it up with: Have there been any new ones recently? Because you and I both know that there are new ones. If these people are everywhere, but she would probably know the locations.
Have you received any new gifts as of recent?
Some have fallen, but I don't know where they are. All we saw
You
were
can
the
tell her
streaks
that one
through
of
the
them is in our
skies.
ship. One of them is in our ship.
Well, she can't exactly see that. She's bedridden. She can't exactly just hop up
I
and
know,
walk around.
I know, Lavitz. I'm just saying, right?
So haven't you seen
If our
everything
ship
that's
is a-
been going on outside? It's like I have broken legs and have second degree
No,
burns
no.
all over my body.
No, I will add in here. So what you're telling me is that our ship crashed from the sky, and that this would be considered a gift from the gods, meaning that we ourselves are gifts from the gods.
You'd be
Interesting.
probably provided you hadn't killed the worms.
Hmm, that's a good point.
So now you'll be seen as, at best, heretics, and worst, the great Satans.
Joke's on them. There is no Satan.
Well, to them it is.
Yeah, and their afterlife's fucking wrong.
You never know. Who knows what this planet does, because there are forces in the universe that even you guys can't explain.
Speaking of, we should go get our marker. Thanks for reminding me.
What marker? I still have no idea what you're talking about.
The power artifact. You see what my gun can do? This one is much larger. Trust
Uh-huh.
me on this.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Sure, I'll trust you to stab me in the back. No.
Please,
I'm
I
not
don't stab
actually
people in
gonna.
the back. I cut off their heads. No stabbing.
This doesn't help your case.
Well, at least it's honest.
Got problems.
Look, don't betray me, I won't kill you. Deal?
Sure.
Great.
You just hear Tristan's voice in the background. I don't believe you.
Well, anyway, let's continue.
Okay, what time? How long have we been going for? 2 hours. Alrighty. So, anything else you want to talk to her about? Hello?
Sid?
Hmm? Sorry, what's going on?
Anything else you want to talk to her about?
My quest.
Have you seen a weird artifact?
She says no, she was exiled before she saw any of the artifacts.
Okay.
Wait, it's going to be
That's
right back. I just
unfortunate.
gotta, I think someone's at my door. Be right back.
Okay.
Hello?
What are you laughing at?
Okay, there's a meme. Hold on, I will send it to you. So, from what I understand, Sid, we have just started a, well, we have started a holy crusade.
Apparently.
This one is also good. Okay, so let's take a.
Yeah, very, very true.
Yeah, like for instance, I've got Nier Automata. I love the game. I really can't play it with my mom around, and you know exactly why.
Yeah, yeah. I've got quite a few of those in my library, and hence why I didn't do the suggestion of from mom and dad, mostly dad, of having my computer in my living room essentially.
Yeah,
Like not the house living room, but the living room that's upstairs essentially.
yeah.
No, thank you. I'm gonna play my games inside my room with privacy. Are you whistling?
What?
It sounded like
Sorry, what?
whistling.
Oh, oh. Probably someone on my end then, but. Oh, also apparently Angela Merkel got called the worst chancellor in history on in 2016.
Okay then.
See, the thing is, she's the chancellor of Germany, though, which means that Hitler was a better chancellor than Merkel.
Oof. Oof. Though actually, he wasn't terrible, and very controversial. I'm not gonna get into it.
Okay, in fairness, right? Technically, he took the Allied nations out of the Great Depression,
Yeah,
right?
he did.
Starting the so, in a way, there was some good. Does that make it
Just
okay? No.
no.
Well, I mean, that
It's
part
more
with the
the
Jew.
fact he killed a whole bunch of Jews and his
Yeah,
own people as
all
well.
those people he killed. Yes, that was that was definitely, yes, that was not good. But the other part, not as bad.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
So it's just my mum
So,
checking to make sure I'm not dead.
hmm so Hitler, good or bad?
Depends. He kept the trains running on time.
That was Mussolini.
Oh, good point. Yeah. It all depends, because everything has shades. Genocide,
hmm
not good. Bringing his country out of a massive recession. Um,
Technically, the Western countries as well, if we're going by
Yeah,
that.
Because don't forget, before
technically
he took
because of the
over,
war, we kind
Germany
of
was
boomed a bit.
basically a third world country in a sense. You know, they'd been paying bloody reparations pretty much to about 20 different countries, like all over Europe. So basically, he kind of brought them back from friggin' complete bankruptcy. So,
hmm
in a sense, that he did good for his country. Other countries and Jews, not so much.
hmm
Labbits, I have a question. Does my shield recharge?
Your shield has recharged.
Wonderful.
Basically,
All
once
right, Sid.
combat ends, it recharges.
Okay.
You just
In that
can't
case,
recharge
Sid,
during
you've got
combat.
an adventure to go on.
Well, more you have an adventure to go. I'm
Yes,
just
but
on it for the extra ride.
Sid,
Uh huh.
look, if we can get some of those people's heads, ooh boy.
Well,
You're gonna have a bloodbath.
No, I'm going to have a lot of skulls.
I don't want to be
Yeah,
rude, but I
bloodbath.
think we might have to end it soon because one, I haven't got a lot of stuff planned, and two, my
It's
brain
okay.
is like running even worse than normal.
Yeah, you're good.
Well, I think if we can just get into the area of the marker, and then if combat happens or something, then we can just stop there.
Alrighty, I'll bring you to the map. Don't flick back on me, you piece of crap. There we go. Okay, you can sense the marker is around here.
Okay, well, we need to go there. So, we shall. If these
Because
people are.
fuck your engines and your parts and your allies.
Yes, Lavitz,
It's like,
I agree.
I've got a trinket to find.
A trinket that is very useful, yes. Let's continue.
Alrighty. We'll leave it at that. So what we'll do is we'll write in the chat things. Okay, you've killed the worms. You've recovered the turret. Pissed off locals. And now you're heading for the... And now you're heading for the marker. I just wanted to put that stuff there so then I remember next time when I boot this up, I can actually just go, okay, there we go. And you're...
You know, the only hospitals busy right now are in Ontario, and even then, it's only the Toronto and Markham hospitals because those are the two biggest in Ontario.
I have no idea how our city ones are, but I know that some of our freaking nurses have been doing all that freaking dancing and shit. So obviously
Because
they're
they
not very
can,
work.
because they have the time.
Yeah, I wish I had that amount of free time when I was at work.
I know. Well, as a cook, I did, but then I got laid off because my boss can't afford to have me working.
Well, when no one's allowed to go out to eat, at most they can do takeaways. Like I know the place
Then
I've
that's the
worked
thing,
at.
we're only doing takeout foods. Like, I worked 4 hours in the last 2 weeks.
That's shit. It's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's just so much panic, and
And
it's
I can
yielding to
probably,
nothing.
yeah.
And by the way, I did upload another episode the other day. Dating and combat. I can't remember what happens in that one, but I remember something happens.
Wait, what's it called? Why is
Dating
it called
and
that?
dating for combat, because I think you guys try and date someone or some. I know there's dating in it, and then there's combat at the end of it.
Oh, it's probably in reference to me and the captain then.
No, this is episode 17. I think at the moment we're at episode like 25 or 26, something like that.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like the episode after or just before the Valentine's Day one. Because I know that you're on one of the alien ships at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
One of the smaller ones. Let me just have a quick gander. Okay, Sid, your turn. Yeah, I think it's the brain that when it was trying to regenerate the brain, I think.
Okay.
Because what was the last one? I think it was called Big Brain on Acid or something like that.
Heh.
Oops. Ah, bastard. There we go. Alrighty, now anything else you guys want to put in the chat for me to remember when I make the new maps?
Oh yes.
I have 200 hit points.
Saved exile woman. Yep, she's on your ship, and she's told you about the god in Bassa. Yeah, I think we'll actually leave it there.
Oh man, you're not even going to introduce this scene.
Well, I haven't made the map yet.
That is a good point. Sid, are you ready for us to die more?
I'm not gonna die. I'm immortal.
No, I mean in tomorrow's game.
Wait, which one?
Tomorrow's
Oh,
game.
tomorrow's
at
game.
11:30.
Oh. Yeah, you might die.
Or should I
Not
say,
if Ruby
Kamiko, you
keeps
ready
on.
to piss off more gods?
No, not if Ruby keeps on befriending all the animals.
I want to see what the stats are of the new friggin' abomination.
Probably massive.
I've got to get a better weapon for my orc. Because at the moment, her punches, her giant club, and her crushing are all doing the same amount of damage. 1d8s. But as long as she's not as useless as Henry, I think we'll be alright. God, Henry was useless. I didn't think it was possible for someone to be that useless in a game. But he proved how even the gods hated him so much that they actually dropped a freaking ceiling on him. It's like, you're useless, you don't get to
That's an
survive.
idea.
Like,
Wait, what?
Henry's so useless that the gods literally dropped a ceiling on him so he couldn't friggin' escape.
Yeah. So funny. I didn't clue in to what you were talking about there, so I'm like, oh, hey, that's an idea. Wait, this sounds way too familiar. Right, didn't I do that to your Henry?
Yep. He had it coming. That's what you get when you run away from friggin' a fight.
He was scared.
Well, I'm gonna
literally was pissing his pants as he ran.
Yeah. Well, I devoured his soul. Lovingly, but I still devoured his soul.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, by the
actually, it's a
way,
quick, painless death. So I gave him mercy.
yeah.
It's like, Henry, I give you mercy.
That was when you were a nun, wasn't it?
Yeah. I've used the draining kiss twice now.
Mm-hmm.
Once on a mind slave and once on Henry. But the thing is, I can only do that to someone who's willing to accept it.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Or someone that just doesn't have the mental capacity anymore to refuse it.
well, no, I said I'd, you know, kiss it better or whatever. And he didn't fight me on it. Mainly because he was pretty much half dead.
Mm-hmm.
But, quick, painless death. He literally did like 3 times his max health.
Yep.
So it's a powerful ability. I just need to basically mentally empower somebody or seduce them, and then I can just basically devour their soul by kissing them.
That's the succubus's job, isn't it?
Yep. Part of being neutral thing, because if I can corrupt people into becoming their souls become like way more valuable in the afterlife.
Mm-hmm.
Because neutral souls are neutral evil souls are way more valuable than chaotic evil or lawful evil.
Oh yeah.
So the more of those I harvest, the more money I get basically from the night hags. Because they control the neutral evil area from which I come from. But enough about that. Either way, I will see you guys tomorrow in like, what's it, like 20 hours or something?
Something like that. I'll double check it.
Yes, I think it's at like 11:30, I think 11:45 or something for me. I actually quickly checked to see if you set the time. Nah, no time set. Last played on the 19th. Oh, whoops. Oh, damn it. Ah, here we go. Here's a typical Australian road. And on that,
Hmm.
I will catch you 3 tomorrow.
Yep.
Okay.
If not, I'm still going to be up. It's just that my brain is just not functioning enough to be able to quickly make maps
No,
and
it's all
stuff
good,
like that.
Lavitz.
Alrighty, I will catch you later.
All right. Have a good night.